Good evening, everybody. You see, I ran up there. All right, young man, what may eat? I came here this evening with a heavy heart. I want to talk to you, each and every one of you. You know, I want you to see how you regard yourselves. What you think about yourselves. And then when you think about yourselves, ask what your children think about you. On my proudest days, it wasn't when I got to come married, that wasn't the proudest day of my life. I wasn't getting into the Senate. It happened while I was in the Senate. My son, my first son, I have 2 boys, called me from New York one day and he said, just after a day in the Senate, and I had spoken about something, and I must have stepped over the line a couple of times. Inadvertently, I didn't see where the line was. And he called and he said that I am so proud of you. You couldn't find blood in me. I felt so good. Because, you know, that's why I want to be proud of me. I want my children to be proud of me. I am not going to let them in the riches for sure. I am not. So all I like to do is leave for them a legacy of honesty, truth. And I spoke a lot of it that day. And my son said, mind you, he's a millionaire, so I don't have to worry about him. He tried to give me money too, not like how Mayor did. He didn't try to quiet me with the money. He said one of the times when I got fired, he called me and he sent me a credit card and he said, Dad, there's a debit card. And he sent his debit card to me to make us use that card, spend $40,000. I felt good. I didn't spend a cent on it yet. The thing is, I don't think that was a bribe to keep me quiet. But those are the people, my children, that I want to be proud of me. And ask yourselves, if your children are proud of you for the stances that you take, for the things that you do, when you sit down and allow this government to mistreat you, because that's what they do. They mistreat you. They treat you very badly. And your children will be saying, my daddy tell him that. You know, because the children are very judgmental. The children see black and white. Well, not only children, because I'm going to be a child myself, because I see black and white too. The thing is, but they mostly see black and white. Not a lot of gray. Is either right or wrong for the young people. And when they see you behave in the manner that you're behaving, ask yourselves, are my children proud of me? Did you stand up to Mayor Motley when she changed the water rates and put a tax on water? We had people in Barbados paying $32 for water. And the reason why they were paying $32 is because the water authority did not charge less than $32. Did they use enough water? And they put a $45 tax on $32 bill. Not fair. But what did you do? You went paid. Those of you who had government paper, you go and buy bonds and stuff, they can put it down when they get old, they will get a little income from it. She canceled that arrangement and decided that she is going to give back some of the money that you put down. I remember one lady calling me and she said, Mr. Franklyn, I put down my gratuity when I retired from the public service because I want to make sure that I got some money to take care of me in my old age. And now, what these people do to me, I can get back my money when I reach 117. They just took all of that. You take it and hope that she will go away. But she ain't going away because you are enabling her. You are allowing her to treat us badly. And I think she's trying to push Barbados to see how far we can go. Or when we can stop. You know, because everybody's saying, you know, about this place going to erupt. Where's it erupting? And when they go when they Europe then, she take it to the East Coast and get some food, and think I jump and get a fat, and that's the end of the matter, and you happy again. Back to your problems. Back to the problems that are homegrown. Back to the problems that you can't pay your bills. Right now you can't pay the water bill, you can't pay the light bill, you can't pay the tax. And let me talk about the tax a little bit. Any of you here who own land know that you should get a tax bill in November and you will pay by the 10th of December in order to get the discount. All of a sudden may get 6 months here. So now you are paying tax twice in 18 months. What do you do about it? You can only rub my back and pay, by bar and pay. Don't stand up for yourselves. It's about time you say to these people, look, I ain't doing that, I ain't taking that, and I'm paying it. But I know why I know why they are not paying it. The government broke. Every cent that they borrow, they give away to their friends and family. You look and see what is happening. Right? I used to work over there. The Attorney General's resident was in Marine House. Now the Pushton Marine House that we have, Paul Marine. But you know, my heart breaks when I see Caribbean gone, because that is my favorite spot. I used to get lunch and I put the girls in. I can't get lunch there, I'm gonna push it down. So I used to work in the Attorney General's office. And in the Attorney General's office, we had a person called the Solicitor General. The Solicitor General is the person who defends the government in court in civil matters. That's their paid job. They're paid at the highest rate for a civil servant in the public service, at what they call S1, permanent secretary scale. Now you got a whole bunch of lawyers in the public service that don't get no work. You want to know why? May call them again to shoot friends. And these people are getting paid for doing nothing. But her friends getting all the government work. And they're better than the lawyers that they're replacing in the government service, because I know when I was there, those young lawyers used to beat even her father. Alright? So I think that we don't got quality lawyers. It is that she got friends that she got to put in her pocket. One of the main lawyers for the government was the man who just got appointed Chief Justice. Every time the government in court, he was the government's lawyer. Let the man go then. I remember when they had the pay cut case, Morris King went to court himself as Attorney General and fought it. Now I wouldn't risk my case in front of this Attorney General, trust me, so because I know he would lose. But, so I can understand he not want to go to court, but he got a staff. A lot of people up there, but she's giving the jobs to them. You have permanent secretaries, heads of departments, and what she does, she brings consultants. But not that good enough, she don't start making permanent secretaries temporary officers. A temporary permanent secretary. You know, just listen to it and see how stupid it sounds. You are a temporary permanent secretary. No, just let it sink in. But want to wait to keep permanent secretaries temporary. Permanent secretaries are supposed to advise the government and tell the ministers where they're going wrong and to stop them from doing crap. But now if you're a spoiled child, never get a backside cut, and then you need it by now. You used to be told, oh sweetheart, we can give it to you, huh? Don't cry. So when you don't get your bench, you stamp up 2 foot, and all of a sudden, mommy can get you a kiss, and daddy come home and get you what you want. And this is how our business is being run. So she couldn't get the permanent secretaries to comply, so she made them temporary. So and then she put them on contract, 3 years. So your contract coming up, the Prime Minister doing crap. You think you will tell the Prime Minister, that's wrong, and you got a contract coming up. No, but people are not speaking about these things. People are not speaking about these things. Controller of Customs temporary. Chief Education Officer temporary. You know, the Chief Agricultural Officer temporary. All the people, and she wanted to make the headmasters temporary, well, the principals, they call them these days, temporary. But BUT, thank God, the only other union besides Unity that stands up. I kid you not. All the rest roll over and play them with my little snow to get the tummy rub. They don't, those who don't know who snores was my dog. They get their tummies rubbed and government just rubbing the tummies and giving a little, and they're getting a little bribe here and there, a little duty free car here, and a little duty free car there. And they even call me and ask me when they can come and get mine. My duty free car. I park a little Suzuki Swift up there. That's what I can afford. And that's what I can drive. BMW, if I had a BMW, they get me down here. That Suzuki Swift get me down here too, you know. So I don't have to have one of those. And that's what she's doing with her money, bribing people all over the place. Right now, Milwaukee has more consultants in the public service than Errol Barrow, Tom Adams, Bree St. John, David Thompson, Sanford David Thompson, Randall Stewart, or Arthur. Combined. She has more consultants right now than they had in all the years combined. That has to say something. It says one, that she incompetent, so she gonna get a lot of people, or she do the work, or she bribing a lot of people, or she taking care of her friends, or all of those. Because only last month, a circular came around to say that all these consultants will now get 20% of their gratuity, of their salary as gratuity, dating back to July 24, 2020. 20, 21, 22, 23. And come July 24, 5 years. You're going to give them 20% for 5 years, a year's salary free for doing absolutely nothing. But at the same time, you give, that's 20%, and then you give civil servants 3%. And you inquire about it, those of you who are civil servants, you inquire, that's what I'm asking you. Me and all this gang. That is what I'm asking you. Do you think your children will be proud of you if they see you sitting down and taking all these things? They will think daddy and mommy foolish. Let your children see that you got some guts. Well, they got a lot, look. Alright, but I ain't talking about this type. I talking about, you know, strength of character. Something that you want to pass on to your children. Because let me tell you something. When you are soft and wussy, that's the children you're going to raise. Right now you hear people talking about, oh, I got a number, I got a mortgage. You know about a mortgage? And it can't stop everybody. Let me do something. Let me give an example. I always like to use this. Sometimes people think I know about industrial relations, right? So they call me and ask me to do a class or do a speech or something for people. But I don't know what to do, so I go in a box of matches. I take out one match. And they give it to the first fellow in the front of the room, and they said, break that. And everybody look at me, need it, because I just asked the fellow to break a match. And then I do again, they say, I need two. I said, break them. And they break them. And they look, wondering what's happening. Right? And then they take out a handful. I give them, I say, hold them together and break them. And they just trying to get a whole box of matches broken. And I said, that is your first lesson in industrial relations. When you are together, they can't break you. They can't break you. When you stand up together, mere mortal or no force on this earth can break you. And I know that they're terrorizing you and they're frightening you and they're doing all these kind of things because she's firmly in control now of everything. Remember, She was firmly in control of Dublin before he left the police force and now responsible for integrity and all kind of stuff. But then, they had a case against the police force. The police force had a case against the government, rather, because some of them were not promoted. They went to court. The court said that the last administration did nothing wrong. High Court. Then they appealed to the Court of Appeal. Court of Appeal said the government didn't do anything wrong. So they went to CCJ. And the day before, just before the case was about to start, when the judges looking to say, for appearances, the lawyer for Barbados got up and said, "The Lords, we settling." You settle the case and you win. You wanna know why? Because then she take those same people and promote them in the police force, even make one commissioner. So she got the force. She got the force. She got the police force. Think about that. I just thought she got the permanent secretaries and the heads of departments because she knows promoting all of them on contract. She got them. Now she got the police force. But before that, she went to Parliament and carried the age of retirement for the Chief of Staff of the Barbados Defence Force. But Granham was about 55 years old and so the retirement age was 55. So they raised the age and still require him to retire at the 55 because that was the retirement age just before the thing. And bring a man older than him. Their man though. So you see what's happening? And now she got her I was going to say her father's yard boy, but I'm not going to be unkind. And I'm going to say her father's youngster, when he was a youngster, who trained in father's office and was about his bike. No, he's the Chief Justice. So she got everything wrapped up. Right? So you must, let me warn you, keep away from the courts. But you know, Barra said that one time. But it's more serious now because in those days the judges were so close to the mountains. But now we have Commissioner of Police, Chief of Staff of Defence Force, Chief Justice, Permanent Secretaries, Heads of Departments. Mayor Motley has made sure that she's taking care of all of them. And then she went to the unions. I remember the day when they opened Parliament at Lord Erskine Sanford Centre. She approached me and offered me to ride in St. Thomas. I made a joke. I said, I got a bad knee, can barely walk, so I can't run. Please give me a little trouble off the truck. And I made a joke and I went loud. So when she realized that I was not interested because you can't catch me, I want to see. She then went for 20 more. Instead of ousting Cindy Ford and putting it in me, then she went oust Glenn Clark and put in 20 more. So she got BW taken up. Now she has NUPW taken up because the president of NUPW is a person who is saying that she is going to run to replace Edmund Hickson. But one nuisance replacing another dog is nothing but so she has the unions. But she don't got to do nothing to get Mary Redmond. She gone already. She went ever since.
Yeah, gone ever since.
I said the only 2 unions now. But she has to do sad. But then when she stopped getting the pizza trips overseas, he get vexed now and he calling out. But the boy paying the money because he gone. He was neutralized ever since. You know when you sell your soul, there's no buying it back. You don't get it back. You don't get it back. So she has brought everything under control. And now she's making you so weak and frightened. That's what I tell you. Let your children be proud of you. I tell when my son tell me, Daddy, I'm so proud of you. I felt really good. I felt warm. I felt that fuzzy feeling. You know, they get inside when you, but you know, I can't explain it really, but it felt good. I want you to feel good when your children say that about you. And will they say it about you when you sit down and let them morally treat you, all kind of things, and even give you job water to drink, and you can drink it? The children of God will get too, but they're going to be public God is all you can provide for them. Speak up, stand up. And you know, for the here she getting nervous and telling me. So I coming off now. So I hope thanks for listening to me, and I hope that whatever we say, at least give you food for thought. What I was thinking about the whole day, and I had a speech for the side, but then I said, no, so let me talk about this. And I decided, look, it's time. Barbadians, rise up. I'm not talking to rise up and riot, but stand up. When they make you pay early taxes, start paying them. Because I can't eat the money. It's yours. It should be theirs yet. 6 months ahead of time. And you said nothing. Anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, Freddie is going to get a vote if I don't leave, so hope to see you back at the next People's Parliament. And remember, every Sunday, except tonight, of course, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you can see the Marcy show at 7 o'clock. YouTube, Facebook. Sorry? All right. So good night, everybody, and thank you so much for listening to me.